president's racism continues. This boy is out of his mind. I mean, he did so much shit this week, but the one thing that really struck me as an exhibition of how ignorant he is, he was talking to the president of Liberia.
Oh, yes.
Africa. And Trump says, you speak very good English. And he asked the man, where did you go to school? I wish my soul could have just gotten that man's chest. I said, where the fuck you go to school? And learn to speak English. But it shows you how ignorant he is, because Africa, Liberia was under British rule, which is where English originated.
Exactly.
Language.
And this ignorant son of a bitch asked the man, where did he?
And he a grown man too. It ain't like you
beautiful-
a young boy you talking to. You talking about somebody who is your,
Yeah.
you know, you looking at this man eye to eye, and he's a president of a whole country as well. But they just got a way of being condescending.
And the man got silent for a minute, but I know he wanted to say, you cracker, where the fuck you learn to speak English?
Right.
I mean, he's ignorant, man.
Let him have it, man.
He just get ignoranter and ignoranter by the day. I know that ain't a
New
word.
York a communist.
He called him communist.
Yeah.
The boy running for mayor in New York.
Right.
And then he done flipped the script on Putin now. He said Putin is full of bullshit.
We gonna
We
release
knew,
them tapes.
we knew Putin was bullshitting him all the time. He was an easy take, man.
Yeah. Now he against the Epstein list.
He against the Epstein thing. That motherfucker just flip-flopping all over the place.
Yeah.
And stable.
Then he say the people in Israel, Netanyahu and the other boy in Iran, he said they don't know what the fuck they doing.
I had to play that 2 times. I was like, did he just say that?
And then, so Hegseth over the military now apparently made the decision himself to shut off the weapons that the United States sends to Ukraine. So they got Trump in a press conference and they asked him about it. And I don't think he was bullshitting from the look on his face. He had no idea.
He had
didn't
no
know the boy
idea.
had did it.
Yeah. Everybody doing what they want to do.
He had no idea. He had no idea the boy. This motherfucker out of control.
So do we look at the fact that the cuts they made, all the results of what just happened over in Texas, or we give them a pass on that?
The Texas flood, it was on my list, but since you brought it up, I feel for the people there, and I'm gonna send them some money. But I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it. I looked at all the victims. I looked at all the survivors. And nigga nowhere in sight.
Nope.
Anywhere in America now where you got that abundance of people and nobody of color there. I didn't see a Mexican.
Nope.
I didn't see a black person. All of the history they showing of the place for 80 years at the resort and stuff. I saw no black person. I saw one black girl on the rescue team.
Right. I saw that too.
And she looked like she wasn't from there.
Yeah.
Right.
What is it close
So
to?
I
Is it
feel
close to
for
a
the
major town?
I was in Austin last week. They say it's 20 minutes from there. 20 miles from Austin.
Okay.
And it was raining in Austin, but it, it wasn't no flood.
Right. Yeah, it's a sad story, but I do feel you. It's like, when it come to giving money, it's like if you seen a TV full of, if it flooded a black neighborhood, you feel a little worse. A life loss is a life loss, but at the same time, it's only so much money to donate to. So,
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out how that works.
I'm gonna send some money.
Well, speaking of donations, we got to shout out Dre. $489 for $50. Thank you, Dre.
That's what kind of donation I'm talking about.
Right. We're going to send that.
We're gonna send 10%.
Drea, I'm sorry,
10%
Drea.
of that.
Thank you,
Drea.
Matter of fact,
Okay.
DC, we're gonna start sending people who donate your T-shirts and hoodies and stuff.
We ain't gonna do a damn thing. Send them your damn T-shirt.
It's DisRace. It's DisRace.
It's this
stuff.
race shirt, man.
It's DisRace.
This
stuff.
race.
Will, make some pink DisRace shit and send it. And send the bill to Bo.
Right back.
Send the bill to Bo. No, we are. We are.
Thank
Matter
you,
of
Drea.
fact, we're gonna send him a T-shirt.
I think Drea's a girl.
It's a girl. It's a girl.
We're gonna send her a
'Cause she
T-shirt.
did
The
She
colors
did
are
pink.
Pink.
Well, that
What?
you know.
Hey, Drew, I got you, dog.
No, we are gonna implement that. We talked about it. What you got, Bullhead?
They did have a black victim there. He was a dad of 4, and he was an Army veteran.
Yeah.
One.
But we didn't show him.
What was he doing? What was he doing there? Pulling
was he
the
doing?
pulling the trailers.
No, what DC was saying, they didn't show them.
I didn't see.
He
didn't see.
Right, no, I'm saying
Even if
because
it
he was the
happened,
only
he
one.
wasn't.
But it
was he
only
doing
one.
there?
It's one so far.
What
Well,
was
if it
he
was
doing?
one, yeah. Well, you know.
It's just crazy that they got no one in the road and the water rose that fast.
Well,
I mean, it's just
because Trump, the guys
Yeah,
that
exactly.
supposed to do it, they took the retirement package from Trump, and they went in office to do it. So the people who he had in position to do that, they either took the early buyout retirement package or they got fired or whatever. And so those people was not there.
In
And
place.
They thought they were saving money because they said this don't happen every so often. So we paying people to be in this position, and this don't happen but every 100 years.
So
it just happened to happen at a time when he got rid of them people.
So was it that much rain, or was there some type of dam that
I
busted?
just told you the people.
I've been
who was
asking
in
that too.
office-
No,
So-
I've been asking that too. Because I've been asking that too because when they show the landscape, it ain't like it's no low land
That's
or
what I'm
nothing.
saying.
It's like
Right.
flat.
Right.
And
So
I'm
they
like-
say
I'm
it
like,
was
did
a record
dam break
rainfall.
or something.
That
And
was-
they
It
not
was
addressing
it,
that.
it was a fast rainfall, fast and hard.
Fast
But then
flood.
they say
Flash
that
flood.
area does have a sloping into like a valley.
Yeah.
And
It's called
they was
Flood
said it was
Alley.
like a lot of limestone there.
It's called Flood Alley.
So the limestone don't allow that water to kind of seep into the ground properly.
right.
It's forcing it to flow into
Well,
a certain
because
place.
that area hadn't had rain in 5 years, hadn't had drastic rain in 5 years. They've been have a drought in the last 5 years. Have been drought. But the people who was in office that was supposed to tell the forecast this kind of stuff got put out of office when Trump came in with the DI, with getting rid of people.
With the Doge.
He got rid of them.
With the Doge,
So
yeah.
the people who
Yeah.
would be there to warn them wasn't there.
They gone.
Now I
There's a
read
big-
that they had 2 communities. That one community actually voted against having sirens. Like they made a conscious decision not to have sirens.
There's a
because
big
Other
discussion
other
now.
communities
There's a
didn't
big-
take losses.
There's a big debate about whether or not the people were properly notified
Right.
that the storm was coming.
Right.
They ain't had no notification, no
Right,
sirens
because the
or
people
nothing.
that
Right.
he supposed to do that,
Yeah,
he
they
got rid
lost
of.
them. Yeah,
So,
yeah,
Bo,
right.
somebody said for you to send them your overalls, but wash them first.
I saw that. You gotta say that. I saw that. Tell that motherfucker they brand new.
Hey, you saying you're a compliment, man.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
You want to get away my clothes.
Yeah.
They want to
You want to get
Who
away.
is that? Who said that?
When they
Yeah,
want
what's
your
that?
clothes, you don't want to get away.
They want me to wash it first? No, you gonna get them just like I wore them. Goddamn. When you go to a
that the kind of way to talk to our
game,
listeners, man?
when you go to a game when they finish playing, they throw you a shirt. You don't say wash it first.
That's so.
They throw you their jersey. You don't say wash it first. So you take mine in the action that I wore it in. I'm farting in it right now, matter
You
of fact.
are extraordinarily.
I'm pooting in them.
They
Bo
like
is on
Mr.
it,
Bo.
man.
They
It's
like
defensive,
Mr. Bo.
Bo is on it, man.
I'm
Boy,
pooting in
it's
them. Yeah, I'm farting in these. I'm gonna
defensive,
send them right to you. Send me your address.
They like Mr. Bo.
Overnight them to you so you get a good scent. In fact, I'm gonna shit at them now. So you're real authentic.
Let me change this up. There was also a flood, Chicago, Mexico,
Yeah.
Carolina. So,
Carolina.
dude,
Durham.
what do y'all think? Is climate change
Yeah.
real?
Yeah, oh yeah, no doubt.
Well, our president said there's no such thing as global warming, so
Yeah, right.
who knows?
Well,
Yeah.
it's not
And
our
Liberians
president,
don't speak
it's
English.
Y'all's president.
Well, let's be honest. Who on this panel is adept at what do they call it, meteorology?
Meteorology.
Who's on this panel is adapted that to say
You being
to
meteorologist.
say if we know anything about global warming,
Yeah,
we say anything about all that. Who's on this panel is adapting that area?
me.
Okay, go ahead then.
you're
one- which
adapting
one
that
know?
area.
Which one know?
Exactly what the fuck?
now
does
We know what
that
it
mean?
meant.
Oh, you're knowledgeable.
Right.
You're
Do you
knowledgeable
know what
in
you're
that
talking
area.
about?
Well, we've all adjusted to the weather. I think we all adapted.
Weather.com make us all adapt to
Change.
some degree.
Let me address that. Because that's a trick that has been played on black folk throughout the years. You're not qualified to comment on this. You're not qualified to whatever I think is my opinion. When I started doing comedy, this is a true story. Back in the day, and they were telling me, you can't talk about politics to black people. You can't talk about gender. You can't talk about religion. I made a point. I talk about all that shit.
Crushed it.
So as far as who's qualified, anybody that got a comment is qualified. Some of the ignorant shit you say on here, I don't rebuke it because that's your opinion. No, you're not qualified. And that's my opinion. But you entitled to your opinion. They pull that shit on black folk a lot, man. Mm-hmm. And they make a lot of black folk think they have no business commenting on certain issues, social issues and shit, because you can't speak correct English and all that shit. Man, go on with that shit. If you can convey what the hell you talking about, and you got an opinion, and you got one, because they like assholes. Everybody got one. Most people got one. All the people I met got one. But you got a right to speak. So as far as who's qualified to speak on climate change, everybody.
Because the meteorologists get it wrong on TV. They tell you the rain gonna come in at 2 o'clock.
But that's why they always say chances are.
Chances are.
Yeah. So if they wrong,
right, that covers them.
Yeah.
So everybody's qualified to give. Everybody's qualified to get an opinion. But my question was, do you think that it's legitimate the concern for climate change, and obviously the climate of the world is changing? You having these catastrophic, you having tsunamis, you having floods. The Antarctica is melting.
Yeah.
So do y'all think that, first off, and I know this is some people are just gonna say this crazy, but do y'all think that people actually controlling the weather?
That's crazy.
No, I don't think so.
So that's so impossible.
Thank you, Tim.
I'm just saying, if you think about it, a tsunami ain't nothing but an earthquake underwater that creates a wave that ends up hitting the shore. Like, you saying they can't do that? You saying there's no technology that can, cause you displacing
that can detect that?
Well, first off, population control is up there on the evil control the world type of thing. So if you can wipe out millions of people, or especially millions of what they consider undesirable, so you see a lot of these places, they not necessarily. I mean, yeah, you had them California fires, but even them California fires really more wiped out black neighborhoods. A lot of that stuff seemed like it's strategic.
That's a first, though.
Being hidden.
Let's not get that misunderstood.
Yeah, but you don't understand that the environment.
I'm just saying they got plenty stuff. Like even if you look up this thing called HARP, like HARP, it's an acronym, but it's some kind of. It literally is like a weather control machine that they've been had for like a gang of time.
I disagree with that, because usually when storms hit and tsunamis and shit like that, they go to trailer parks first.
It used to be, but that's just because the technology wasn't there to control. They was practicing on trailer parks. Now they like, oh, we can surgically cut these niggas right out the city. And now we got where we
I think you can do stuff to clouds and get rain, but as far as like actually controlling the weather, if that's the case, then why not always make sure that your best resorts never have any type of hurricanes or any type of weather? If that's the case, so we can make money off these cruise ships, there shouldn't be no hurricane season. So as far as like controlling the weather, that's a little bit extreme. Now, can you make it rain in certain areas? Yeah, but controlling the weather overall, nah.
Like if you live in California next to the beach, you know it's eventually going to erode.
No, I won't say so.
You can buy your mansion on the beach, but eventually it's going to erode because water's powerful. Yeah. It's going to eventually erode you, but how long that take, nobody knows until somebody moves in that area and then it happens.
Right.
Hey, but you need to look this up, because they actually are making clouds right now. They have these big machines that make clouds, and they're also seeding them. And from what I saw earlier, they said that in Texas, they were seeding those clouds that was in that area. So,
but then you said they had a 5-year drought.
I mean, right? Okay, but I'm just telling you, right? But I'm just telling you what I saw earlier.
And they believe that shit if you want to.
And they actually showed the storm hitting the area. And it was like all these lightning. I mean, it was just like it was out of control.
Did you see airplane pushing the clouds? What was pushing the clouds over there?
No, they have these.
Over there.
No,
What's up?
you could look it up on
I'm trying to tell you,
YouTube.
what
They
you
have
looked up? What did you
these
see?
big giant buildings that they're making these huge clouds out of,
And what's pushing
because
them
they're
over there?
trying to irrigate areas that don't get irrigated as much.
So
It's
what creates
I
the
live in
lightning?
They're trying
Smyrna,
to play God.
and they also got this sterilizing company in Smyrna that's being sued right now because they're releasing all these chemicals in the air.
I've seen that.
And matter of fact, that factory down there on 20,
Yeah.
like it caught on fire and it messed up the whole area.
Outside of Lithonia there.
Yeah, and they don't.
Still up there?
Yeah,
So is it flooded over there yet?
we just had one here in Georgia. Matter of fact, on the way here, there was a huge storm.
Okay.
And they got a cloud machine down the street there in Smyrna.
All right, you need to move.
Well, yeah, eventually.
I mean, that's like white people don't live on the power line. You know, they don't want the results.
Right.
I'm just saying it ain't a large difference from them being able to develop
people
and
live on the
see
power
clouds and make it rain. Then, I mean, controlling the weather. That's basically controlling the weather, and it's deeper than what you think it is.
I don't buy that.
I understand.
Now, I
It's hard
think
to buy
different
now.
stuff, you know, like you can affect the atmosphere and everything, but you can do some things that could affect the weather, but just to go deep conspiracy and say that they're controlling the weather to control the population,
I ain't
That's
saying
why
just to
have
control
winter.
the population. I'm just saying it's reasons for environmental disasters. Environmental disasters, generally, people get paid off of them. People make millions and billions of dollars on the recovery, on the rebuild. You know, you got a gang of people who
But
can't
why allow it
claim
to
what
snow
they
though?
had.
I heard this today. So why don't we follow where billionaires live? Because they said billionaires know if they know the forecast on everything. So why don't more people follow where billionaires live? If this is the situation?
I don't know about that.
Why would
but
your
I know-
broke ass be
but I
able to
know I
live where a
lived-
billionaire
I know I
lives?
lived in California for a while. And I watched them silly some bitches get washed off them cliffs every
Exactly.
year.
Exactly.
And they go
Exactly.
back up there and
And they
build
put the house
same
right back up
motherfucking
there.
thing.
Well, the reason I'm saying it, they said Zoderberg from
Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
They said he's buying up Hawaii. He's fortifying Hawaii for his rest, for his last. That's where he want to live, and he's fortifying for any kind of national disaster or whatever happens. He's fortifying that area. So should we follow him? He know what's going on.
I just think he's throwing a whole lot of money away. You
He's
can't
gonna make
fortify-
a private
You can't
island
fortify
somewhere
Hawaii.
in there.
So, okay.
You can believe that shit if
You
want.
can't